Hello friends, welcome in our second lecture. Myself, P.S. Patil, working as Assistant Professor in Chemistry Department of this KTHM College.
In the previous lecture, we discussed the syllabus of organic chemistry and we also started our first unit, that is Fundamentals of Organic Chemistry. In that we see the physical effects of organic molecule, right? So in the today's lecture, we will see what is structural effect and different structural effects we will see in the today's lecture. First of all, what is structural effect? Definition of the structural effect. So what is this structural effect first? We know that two different molecules which having the same functional group, they undergoes the same type of reaction, right? Two compound which having same functional group, they undergoes the same type of reaction. But the reactivity of that molecules are not same. Reactivity of molecule is not same because the rate of reaction is also different. For that, we consider the example. This is alkene, that is ethylene, right? And this one is 2-butene, right? These are the two compounds which having same functional group, that is alkene, right? These two same functional group containing compound react with HBr, they form alkyl bromide. What they form? They form alkyl bromide. This reaction you have already studied in 11th-12th standard, right? So they form a alkyl bromide, right? That means the compound which having two same functional group, they undergoes the same type of reaction and they gives the alkyl bromide, right? But here the rate of reaction is different. This reaction is a fast while this reaction is a slow. Why this is? Because here this CH3 group donates the electron to this reaction site. This is a reaction site. Why we call it as it is a reaction site? Because here the reaction takes place, right? So this CH3 group donates electron to the reaction site. Due to that, here the electron density increases. And due to this increase in electron density, the reaction goes very fast. While here there is no any increase in electron density, that's why this reaction is a slow, right? Then we consider the another example. What is this? This is phenol, and we consider a nitrobenzene. This is the structure of nitrobenzene. That means the two benzene ring which having two different functional group, they undergoes bromination reaction. They undergoes bromination reaction and the product obtained is 2,4,6 tribromophenol. The product obtained is 2,4,6 tribromophenol, and here the product obtained is meta-nitrobromobenzene. What is the product obtained in the second case? Meta-nitrobromobenzene. That means bromination reaction occur at this benzene ring. So in this case, this reaction is slow reaction while this reaction is a fast. Why this happen? Because this oxygen is an electron donating group, so it donate electron to the benzene ring. So here there is increase in electron density on the benzene ring, while in this case this NO2 withdraw the electron. So the electrons are withdrawn from this ring, hence there is a decrease in electron density on the benzene ring. Due to this decrease in electron density, this reaction is a slow, while increase in electron density, this reaction is very fast. Okay, so by observing these two examples, we conclude that there are several effects that either increase or decrease the electron density at the reaction site in the molecule which influence the reactivity of the molecule. Such effects are called structural effect. I am repeat this definition. The several effects that increase or decrease the electron density at the reaction site in the molecule which influence the reactivity of the molecule. These effects are called as a structural effect, right? There are several structural effects are there. So the first one is inductive effect. Second one is resonance effect. Third one is steric effect. Fourth one is hyperconjugation. And fifth one is hydrogen bonding. These are the different structural effects: inductive effect, resonance effect, steric effect, hyperconjugation, hydrogen bonding. These are the several effects. Out of this, we discuss some effects in the today's lecture. So we start with the first, that is inductive effect. So first we see what is inductive effect, and then we discuss the types of inductive effect. So what is inductive effect? We know that in homoatomic molecule, homoatomic means two atoms are same. That means H. In homoatomic molecule, the electron pair is equally shared. The electron pair is equally shared, while in heteroatomic molecule, this electron pair is not equally shared. That means here what happened? This chlorine is more electronegative. So all electrons are pulled toward this chlorine side. Due to that, here there is a formation of delta minus charge, and here there is a formation of delta plus charge. Due to this difference in electronegativity, these molecules undergoes the polarization. Hence, these molecules are also called polar molecule. These molecules are called polar molecule because the poles are separated, right? When this electronegative atom attached to the carbon atom, then what happened? Suppose we consider the example CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl. We consider the example CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl. In this case, this chlorine, it is a more electronegative. That's why all electrons are pulled towards this side. And here there is a delta minus charge, right? And this carbon, it is a delta plus charge. This is delta 1. Okay. This acquire delta plus charge, and this is delta minus because it is more electronegative. This one is a electropositive. That means here the polarization is induced. Due to the charge separation, here the polarization is induced. But this carbon, it is attached to the further carbons. This carbon, it is attached to the further carbon. That means this effect, it is further transmitted through this chain. This effect, it is further transmitted through this chain. That means here the effect is transmitted delta 2 plus, and this is delta 3 plus. So this effect get transmitted, and this is nothing but the inductive effect. What is the inductive effect? The polarization induced in one bond due to the polarization present in another bond, that is called as the inductive effect. The polarization induced in adjacent bond due to the polarization present in one bond, that is called as the inductive effect. Okay. So this is the definition. Then we see the types of inductive effect. It is clear what is inductive effect? Inductive effect, it is nothing but the polarization induced in adjacent bond due to the polarization present in one bond. That effect, it is called as an inductive effect. Okay. Then we see the types of inductive effect. Two types of inductive effects are there. The first is plus I effect and minus I effect. Plus I and minus I effect. We see the definition of these two, or along with that we also see the difference between this plus I and minus I effect, right? So in this case, what is plus I effect? The atom, a group of atoms, when increase the electron density around the carbon atom, the effect is said to be a plus I effect. What is the definition? The atom or group of atom when increase electron density around the carbon atom, the effect is said to be plus I effect. So what is the definition? The atom or group of atom when increase the electron density around the carbon atom, that effect is said to be a plus I effect. This plus I effect, it is also called as the electron donating inductive effect. What is called? Electron donating inductive effect, while this one is called electron withdrawing inductive effect. So we see the example of this plus I effect. In this case we consider the example. Suppose CH3 C CH3 CH3 carbon which having valency 4. So these three groups are attached. So what happened? These three groups donates the electron. Due to that, here the increase in electron density, hence this effect, it is a plus I effect. Okay, this is the example of plus I effect. While in the minus I effect, the first point is definition. In the definition, only the word, this word get changed, that is decrease in electron density. What is the word get changed? Decrease in electron density around the carbon atom, that effect is said to be the minus I effect. That effect is said to be the minus I effect. I am not going to write the definition again. Only the difference is that the atom or group of atom when decrease the electron density, here when decrease the electron density around the carbon atom, that effect is said to be the minus I effect. Here we see the example. Suppose R Cl Cl, instead of R we also take the chlorine. So this chlorine has tendency to remove the electrons because it is a more electronegative, right? So here this 3 chlorine remove the electron from this carbon atom. That's why here there is a decrease in electron density. Hence this is the example of the minus I effect. Okay, it is clear? This is the first point. Then in the second point we see, the electronegativity of atom. Electronegativity of atom is inversely proportional to the plus I effect. As the electronegativity increases, plus I effect decreases, right? For that we consider the example, then the idea get clear. And in this case, this electronegativity is directly proportional to the minus I effect. That means electronegativity increases, minus I effect also increases, right? We see the example. This first point is clear. I am going to clear this point. The example of this electronegativity is directly proportional to this minus I effect. We take the example, suppose we take the example this one and another example iodine. Fluorine, it is more electronegative. Iodine, it is a less electronegative. So here the minus I effect is more, while here the minus I effect is less. So as the electronegativity increases, minus I effect also increases. While here we consider the example CH3 MgX and CH3 boron. So in this case, here plus I effect is more, while here minus plus I effect is less. Why? Because electronegativity is inversely proportional to plus I inductive effect. So in this case, the electronegativity of Mg is less. Hence, plus I effect is more. Electronegativity of boron is more than Mg. Hence, here the plus I effect is less. Okay. So, this is the second difference point between the plus I effect and minus I effect. Okay. Then we see the third difference point. In the third difference point, number of alkyl group increases, plus I effect also increases. Means number of alkyl group increases or it is directly proportional to the plus I effect. For that, we consider the example RCH2. RCHR and R. So here what happened? Only one R is there. Here 2 R and here 3 R's are there. So here electron density increases, right? In this way. So the number of alkyl group increases, electron density is also increases, and due to that plus I effect is also increases. So number of alkyl group increases, plus I effect also goes on increasing. Okay. While in this case the third point is the number of electronegative atom. Number of electronegative atom increases, minus I effect also increases, is directly proportional to the minus I effect. So we again consider the example RCH2Cl, then RCHClCl, and in the third case we consider 3Cl. So what happened? The number of electronegative atom. Here the number of electronegative atoms are 3. In this case the atoms are 2. Here only 1. As the number of electronegative atom increases, minus I effect also increases. So here the minus I effect is more. Okay. So this is the third point, difference between the plus I effect and minus I effect. And the last point, we take the examples. In the example, oxygen attached to the carbon atom, then COO minus group directly attached to the carbon atom, then CCH3 group, tertiary group attached to the carbon atom. These are the example. While here we take the example fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, OH. These groups directly attached to the carbon atom, this shows the minus I effect. So you have to write down the difference between plus I effect and minus I effect. So the homework is, what is inductive effect? Write down the types of inductive effect and write down the difference between plus I effect and minus I effect. Okay. So you have to write down in your notebook. So in the today's lecture we discuss only the inductive effect. In the next lecture we will see the resonance effect. Okay. Thank you.